Daniel Davidson from Cannabis MedTech, thanks for being with us here.
My pleasure. Happy to be here.
So talk a little bit about what Cannabis MedTech is and what it does.
So Cannabis MedTech is actually a large company that has a few different platforms underneath it. The primary one being Cannvas.me. Cannvas.me.
Represent.
I encourage everyone to go check it out. So Cannvas.me is a free and unbiased educational platform centered around cannabis usage. It has physician-backed content and educator-backed content, all original that we create ourselves. And the purpose of the site is to educate people about the benefits of cannabis usage and whether or not it fits their lifestyle, whatever that lifestyle might be.
And you've come on as sponsors of our Green and Silver events focused on older Canadians, which makes perfect sense because a lot of what we're doing is helping educate seniors and actually people who take care of seniors or know seniors who are asking questions. Talk a little bit about that information and why it's so important to that universe of people.
Absolutely. So cannabis usage among seniors is actually rising very quickly. I believe it has actually tripled in the last 10 years in Canada, and it's growing at an exponential rate. And certainly once legalization hits, we expect that number to just keep growing higher and higher. And as with the rest of the population, seniors have ailments that they are trying to manage. Whether that be through pain relief and treatment, whether that be anxiety or sleep disorders. They have a raft of ailments and symptoms that, like everyone, they're trying to manage the best way possible. And a lot of them are looking for alternative therapy options. A lot of people don't like taking 10, 12 pills a day. A lot of people are looking for something that maybe is not chemically produced or is not coming from big pharma. And I think cannabis offers an alternative. And the issue for a lot of seniors is that there is not just a stigma around it, but also lack of education personally on their end for many users who have not used it before, who are not familiar, but also from the end of their physicians, their primary care, from their family, from their friends. There's just not a lot of information out there for them to educate themselves about whether or not cannabis is beneficial for them.
And that's really the important part. And we've talked to doctors sitting here over the past couple of days talking about seniors specifically and part of it is about those seniors' relationship with their doctors. So that may be a wealth of information or none or a shut door. Then there's going to be the sort of adult use recreational market where there will be information where you buy it, but it won't be the type of information necessarily that seniors are looking for or likely won't be. And then there's this broad in between, which is sort of wellness, right? And that's where a lot of the information gap lies and where I think a lot of what Cannvas.me is actually going to provide. So talk a little bit about how Cannvas.me is actually going to help this population of people sort of access information.
Absolutely. So as I mentioned, Cannvas.me is a free resource. It is centered about education around cannabis. We have a team of physicians and educators who are working with us. We have a medical advisory board, a health and innovation board, and an education advisory panel. Each of these boards and panels employs members of the education world, certified educators from who have created the TDSB curriculum. We have physicians from America and from Canada. We have RNs. We have emergency room physicians. And we're using their expertise on the ground to curate the most relevant content to our users and ensuring that whatever that user is and wherever that user is and whatever treatment that user is seeking to learn more about, that we are serving them up information that is relevant to them and not serving them any information that would lessen their experience or would steer them away from what they're actually trying to learn. So we have a lot of data points that we've created. When you log on, we'll create a persona around you based on certain data points. So we'll use those data points then to make sure that whatever user is on the site is receiving a personalized, contextualized journey.
It's super important because that really is how we want people to access cannabis, is really on their own terms with the right information based on their profile, right? Based on age, based on why they want to use it, based on what they're looking for. Absolutely. And we look forward to talking about that during Green and Silver coming up on October 11th and 12th. But in between now when we're shooting this and actually then you're going to be launching, talk about when you're going to be launching and where people can find you.
Absolutely. So we'll be launching on October 4th. That is next week from when we're taping right now. You can find us at Cannvas.me. That's Cannvas, CANNVAS.ME. Again, you can go up there right now and pre-register, and we'll shoot you an email once the site is live. But again, October 4th is the day to go and check it out.
Daniel, thanks for joining us here today.
My pleasure. Have a great day.
You as well.